Hello. Thank you so much for joining me for part two of my new interview prep guide. My name is Tara McKinney. I am owner and relationship marketing consultant for Crawl Marketing and Promotion. Crawl Marketing and Promotion is a relationship marketing firm that helps small to mid-sized businesses focus on their customers rather than their sales. So let's get started. So hopefully you had a chance to view the last topic we had and where we discussed familiarizing yourself with the company once you have secured an interview with that company. Find out how you fit, how you can align yourself, the meaningful questions you can ask when it's time to ask in the interview process by doing a little bit of research, and you'll see how far that takes you. A little research goes a long way. Today's job market is tough. Again, this presentation will cover Crawl's tips to help you prepare better for your next interview. So we are looking at common interview questions in this segment, but we're also going to talk about ways to practice things you have accomplished in the past, how to dress, and what to do when the interview is over. Most importantly, we encourage you to do your homework and know your audience. So again, topic number two are common questions. And these are just some interview questions that most likely you'll hear at some point or the other in an interview. Again, we encourage your mindset to go from what can this job do for me to here's what I can do and here's what I want to do to help you. All right, so prepare for interview questions. Let's say you are applying for a payroll manager job with ABC Cosmetics, and they ask you to tell them more about who you are. Tell me about yourself. So usually people go, my name is such and such, I was this, and I'm 43 years old, and I've been doing this. I graduated. You want to talk about your past, your present, and your future. So your past, tell them how you got here. How did you get to them? Or, or mention past experience that's relevant to that particular job and company that you're applying to. For the present, tell a little bit about what you do now, or if you just recently left a role, what you did most recently, on the basics of what you did, and a recent accomplishment. And then future, use those two, their past and present, to segue into what you want to do next and what you want a new gig, why you want the new gig with them, and why you and only you are a good fit. So tell me about yourself. These are some things I have written down. One of the most important things I feel is to use I statements. It kind of helps you own the answers that you're going to give, and it shows a little bit of confidence in yourself to say that I did these things, I am this, I, and then set forth. Not so much as you being arrogant, but just you being aware of who you are as an employee and what you bring to the table and how what you have will be will be a useful asset for the company you're applying for. So tell me about yourself. Like I said, you talk about your past, tell about how you got here. Of course, I am new to Texas by way of Virginia, and I have been in human resources for 8 years. 2 of those years, I worked as a recruiting coordinator. The last six I was promoted to, and I worked as a lead payroll specialist in this position. You see? So that's your past, what you did. So let's bring that up to your present. So you're going to go into what did you do? Well, as a lead payroll specialist, I screened job applicants, I scheduled office and video interviews, I hired employees, and then you're going to talk about a recent accomplishment. So you're going to tell about your current or most recent role, the basics of what you did, and a recent accomplishment. I hired employees with a less than 1% turnover rate. That means hardly anybody left. And if they did, they probably got transferred from your department to another department because maybe they were promoted, or maybe your department wasn't as good a fit as another area of that job. And then you're going to segue into your future. See, so let's talk about that. Tell me about yourself. Of course, I've been in human resources for 8 years. I am here in Minnesota by way of Virginia, and I worked 2 years as a recruiting coordinator. The other 6 I worked as a lead payroll specialist. In this role, I screened job applicants. I also scheduled office and video interviews. I hired employees with a less than 1% turnover rate. I also processed biweekly payroll for over 100 workers, and I did that with 100% accuracy. You talked about your past, you talked about your present. Now talk about your future. In the future, what I'd like to do next is be able to have control over how payroll is worked and processed, how it gets distributed throughout the company. I want to be able to get our employees their paychecks in a timely manner and make sure there's quality control behind that to ensure that their paychecks are accurate. This is what I want from this position, and because of my past, you'll see how great a fit I am. Like that. So other things you may run into are, what are your strengths? I am attentive and well organized. I pay attention to small details. What are your weaknesses? You never want to say your weaknesses. You want to say weaknesses, but you want to make them positive. Well, I do have difficulty saying no because I really enjoy helping others. Your weakness is you can't say no, but the reason you do that is because you enjoy helping others, because teamwork makes the dream work, basically. What are your other weaknesses? Well, I tend to be knowledgeable, but I do have a fear of public speaking, and I am working on that. I'm actually attending lectures to help me get over my fear, or to at least face my fear. You see what I'm saying? Just turn that negative into a positive. Some other things I learned from a recruiter not too long ago is, do not offer more information than is needed. Let them probe you for information. So if they're asking you to tell me about yourself, my past, here's my present, here's my future. That's it. Don't add anything else. With your strengths and weaknesses, of course, like I said, highlight the positives. I am attentive. I am well organized. I pay attention. And then turn everything into a just make sure you maintain your level of positivity, because you do not want them to think that you are the wrong person for this job because you're focused on your flaws. When preparing for any interview, be sure to test yourself. I have put a link down here to show where you can go on Glassdoor and look at 50 most common interview questions, and really use those questions to probe yourself, to kind of dig deep and think critically about what's being asked of you. Why are you interested in working for us? Why are you interested in working for them? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? What do you want? Why should we hire you? Why should they? Explain that to them. And what questions do you have for me? So these questions will tie into the next topic that we have, on some questions that you can ask the employer. And a lot of times people say, oh, I don't have any questions. Well, you should, if you've done your research like we talked about in the first topic. Make sure you ask questions and you have those questions ready to go, because you're bound to face that question. Tell me about an accomplishment you are most proud of. What have you done in your past that you are proud of, that you were recognized for, that you were awarded for? Let them know a little bit about it. Don't go into a whole lot of detail. Let them know, I was recognized for rendering red carpet service. I was always receiving commendations from customers as well as management. Simple. So just make sure Test how you respond to commonly asked interview questions, particularly the ones that are most commonly asked during an interview. Again, my name is Tara McKinney. You can book a session with us if you would like to talk about anything that's going on with your business. You have sales that aren't going up. You're getting in, your flow of customers is decreasing, been going on for some months, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Or you just have a startup business and you don't know where to start. We have business marketing plans and we have regular business plans as well. If you want to know more about what I do, feel free to visit my website at crowdmarketing.com or send me an email, give me a phone call. I do work by appointments, but I am available Sunday through Friday. Again, I'm on IG, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm also on YouTube. So feel free to like and subscribe and give me a follow. Thank you so much for your attention. Again, this is topic number 2 in our 5-topic series, our 5-topic interview guide. And today we talked about some common questions and how to address those questions for your next interview. Thank you so much for your attention and time. Have a great day.